It's very windy. Excuse me. It's very cold. Welcome to Seeds to Freedom Music, where people come to listen and on occasions they pass away. But what beautiful music for them to listen to in their last moment on earth, apparently. This is Chopin or Chopin or Chopin, Frederick Chopin. Hello, darling. Do you come here often? I've missed you. Hello. We should play the piano. Yes. Let's do it. Stop that. I love you. I know you do. Good morning, Danny, and how are you? Still a bit stormy here, but it's all good. Tonight you're listening to Frederick Chopin. I am silly, but I'm consistent. Life wouldn't be much worth living without a little silly every now and then. Oh, there's Mrs. Angel. I think she might have missed the show. I'll play her a little tune. You're getting a bit of weather your way too, Danny. I'm watching you. You may remember this song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending tonight. This is Cavatina from the movie Deer Hunter.
You've lost the plot.
Just received a stat order. We'll take that down to the bin. You sure I can do it? Fine, I'll do it. I know you lurkers are there. Yes. We're just burying another lurker now. Seeing that purple bag? Yes. Used to be a lurker. We know where you live. We know who you are. We know whose underwear you steal from other people's clotheslines. We know all about you.
Those solar lights are on. They're on, but that's not.
Well,
Down there it was still dark.
not so much sunlight today. Funny that huge gust of wind.
Yeah, that was real strange, just as you walked out.
Now it's dead calm. It was like a downburst.
So, my black permanent marker pen's missing.
I do not know where it is.
I always have them sitting there. I have to get another one now, because sometimes red or blue don't do it.
Right. How's that's the case?
Huh?
I said, how is that the case?
Depends what I want to use it for.
Right. All the trees are da, 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 da.
That comic book.
Yeah. 40,000. How much?
Between 40 and
50,000.
Yep.
What did they pay for it?
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, he asked for 10.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't really know what it was worth. No, he didn't ask 10 for it. They told him they saw one sell for 10 once.
Okay. No one would have believed at the turn of the 21st century the summer sun is fading, that years grow old, and darker days are drawing near. Here, the winter wind will be much colder. Now you're not here. I watched her go myself across the autumn sky. Yes. And one by one they did to be here. I wish that I was flying with them. Now you're not here. Like something in the trees you came to me. I can find a breeze of blue. The autumn's golden down, we used to kick our road. You always know this time it was you here. The fallen leaves and still man is not here, is not here, is not here. And as the Martians invaded London with their long, elongated legs, people ran for their very lives, but they had nowhere to hide. A vicar on the mound called, "Quick, come this way. I can save you."
That's right.
Like the sun through the trees, you came to love me. From the War the Wells.
I know.
Like a leaf on a breeze, you blew away. Gentle on softly on weary eyes, as if to hide a lonely tear. Here, my life will be forever autumn. Is not here. When the Martians invaded, they were conquering the earth. What are we going to do? We can't stop them. There's no way of stopping them. Maybe we should just make them join Boyd. That'll fuck them.
Take a picture of your finger sticking up. Here's to the lurkers. That's charming.
All in good fun.
Been very quiet lately, actually, hasn't it?
Was that? Yes, people have been hunkering down.
Why?
I don't know, but they have, for sure.
Well, hopefully I get to sleep or bed before 2 o'clock in the morning again.
Yes, it'd be handy. You can join again.
No.
What? Oh, no. You love this song. No? You sing this song, we can be heroes. I wish I could swim like the dolphins, like dolphins can swim. Though nothing to keep us together. We can be gone, we're going to we can be heroes, just one day. I got to have a drink. You're gonna have to take over the singing.
No.
I need to drink. Sing.
You drink and
Go on.
sing. Do it together.
I will be king.
I'll take a mouthful of water.
And you will be queen. You're nothing will drive them away. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be ours just for one day. I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shot above our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. And we can be done forever and ever. And then we can be heroes just for one day. David Bowie, great song. Probably at his peak in the 70s and 80s. Not really appreciated till probably just a few years ago. Unfortunately, David Bowie passed away. I know you're there, Lurkers. Yes, I know you're there. I know where you live. I know who you drink with. I know who you walk with. In fact, I know whose underwear you steal from neighbours' clothes. Yes, it's all documented. There's nothing we don't know about you. Yes. So you can lurk, and I don't know you. But when I find you, I will know what to do with you. Yes. We had a big storm here, mate. A ripper. Covered the entire west coast. It was very, very strong. Just had a gust of wind not more than 10 minutes ago. Nearly flattened the neighbour's tree, and now it's dead calm. That's how it goes. Phuket's here, but say nothing. Just get them to trace the call.
What?
I said Phuket's here, but don't tell anyone.
Who's Phuket?
They're tracking him as we speak.
Oh, long time no see.
Shh. Don't speak to him. He'll know you know he's here, that we know he's here. And he'll know.
Long time no see.
I should sing Phuket a song. I shall. Let's see if he gets it. And I'm going to roll a cigarette at the same time. You with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged, Phuket. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage
It's cold
in
here.
a world full of people.
We've had
You
storms.
can lose sight of it all. The darkness inside you can make you feel small.
They're in the backyard, 23 degrees heat, getting 23-degree burns.
Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy. Can't remember when Phuket was last here. I last saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy, and you're taking all you can bear. Just call me up, 'cause I'll always be there and see y'all true colors shining through. I see y'all true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid, let them show the true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see our true colors shining through. I see our true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid, Phuket, to let them show the true colors. True colors,
He was playing piano.
beautiful, like a rainbow.
But he's stopped.
That's enough of that.
So you've got 23 degrees. We've had wild weather here for 2 days.
Yes, very, very wild. In fact, so wild, they turned the lights out on us.
Yeah, it lost power for over 12 hours.
Lots of damage up and down the west coast of Australia. But that's what you get.
So what you been up to, Phuket? How are you?
He's been in prison. Obviously, the ankle bracelet ties him down these days and doesn't get out much. But still, through his parole officer, he's been given the privilege to come into the room for just one evening.
So the whole jail cell's watching you then?
Well, no, he's out on parole now.
Oh.
Well, he may go back for day detention, but other than that, should all be clear by now. That's all right. If you can't hear or see well, that's okay. As long as you can feel your way through life, that's the main thing. But be careful. On occasions, you may be accused of things you didn't mean to do.
Well, it is dark. He's got the camera pointing in the darkness, but that's okay. But your sound, if you can't hear properly, I don't know, maybe it's your end.
I'm not sure. It's a shame you couldn't hear because I sang him a song. It's terrible. Maybe in a future life he'll come back at this time and place and junction. Yes, he'll come back. It's raining. Have you ever seen the rain coming down? Do, do. Yeah, I want to know. Have you ever seen? Dollar, dollar, dollar. Yes. Money, money. Yes, it was a good storm. Up and down the west coast of this country, lots of damage. We got away. Our house is pretty strong.
We were lucky.
But there was crap everywhere. Houses blown away.
It was pretty bad.
If you can imagine the distance between New York and Palm Beach, that's how big the storm was.
We were supposed to get more.
Well,
Is that yet to happen?
I don't know, that big gust of wind we just had was probably 100 km, and now it's quiet. It's weird. Pockets of cold air from the Antarctic now.
Damn freezing here. Oh, War of the Worlds, yes. We've got the CD of that. I actually enjoy sometimes listening to that.
Who would have believed in the 21st century Boyd would have existed? A virus covering the land. I was in a cabin with no cell and dogs. Wife has just heard about it this morning. Yeah, well, it was a doozy. A little ripper.
Caesar's got bits of it on his channel.
Oh, I've got none of the main action. Just
Well, no.
what happened and how it happened is what I show. But it was a tropical cyclone, which is real late for us. Came crashing down the coast, and at the same time, a big low, monster low from Antarctica came up. And then they did the dango dance together.
Oh, Hudson.
Slammed into the state.
A decade occurrence. It's okay. We had chocolate on hand.
Yeah, we had
We
chocolate.
were fine.
I even cooked with a torch. It was like being a caveman, except I didn't have to drag my wife into the cave.
No. It was all right. I mean, losing the power.
Yeah, no big deal.
No, but we didn't sleep well because we were waiting for it to come back on.
Well, it happens. Not often.
Yes, actually, I did have a nice swelling. Well, I had to have candles on because we had no power. So yeah, I did have a couple of nice candles on.
Comes another burst of wind. Dead quiet, now we're getting another burst. That's strange, I tell you. So this tonight's show is dedicated to the lurkers, who we all know are there and sit in the corner eating their chips, drinks. They sit there punching pillows and getting upset and angry but not daring to type. Yeah, it was a perfect storm. We had 8 to 9 metre swell. Waves were much higher than that, but that was the swell. This whole beaches washed away. And we got a lot of beach. In Western Australia, there was 23,000 kilometres of beach. I'm not sure how much has been washed back into the ocean.
And was it Carnarvon that lost bananas?
Yeah, bananas are going to go through the roof.
They're going to
now.
go through the roof then.
Yeah.
Better grab some tomorrow.
They're probably $1.50 a kilo at the moment, and we've seen them go up in the past to $20 a kilo.
24 in Tasmania.
No, bully is suspended till July 1. I took action. He did email me.
Yeah,
He
like
said, please,
a couple of days ago.
let me come back. I said, yes, you can come back. July 1st. I am a man of my word. It's for his best. He's probably taking personal training now, exercising.
I think next time when he comes back, we'll just keep timing him out.
No, next time there is no more time. DMAC, I will give you the pleasure. If I say, bring the hammer down, gal, that'll be it.
But I agree. Sometimes it's just...
Well, we're
Fine.
fairly tolerant, but it comes to the degree that other people have an unpleasant experience. So that's the line in the sand that's been drawn.
As far as seeing him anywhere else, well, we don't really go anywhere else, VMAX, so is there somewhere that you've been lately that he usually hangs around but hasn't been? Oh, okay.
Well, he may be taking some remedial therapy. Heroes, Robert De Niro's.
I think that his...
Is that a YouTube name?
No, you just played it.
Welcome, be hero.
Phuket's watching...
Yeah. Are you watching Skip Back, Phuket?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
He's not up to date.
Oh.
I have a feeling.
He must be flicking the bar backwards. So what are you doing this long... Do you have a long weekend too, VMAC?
Well,
Which doesn't really matter to you, because you drive down to your basement to work.
no, as is next weekend. I thought it was this weekend.
What's next weekend? The Queen's birthday?
WA something day.
All right. We'll take it. Australians don't care what the day is. If you ask anybody, they will say, oh, it must be the Queen's birthday. We have about 10 of them a year.
I really don't get that why we've got a public holiday
Victoria Weekend, that's right, you did too.
for her birthday.
Who?
I don't know why we have a public holiday for her birthday.
No one here cares.
Well, it doesn't matter if
public
you're
holiday.
here or England. Why is there a holiday for her
Because
birthday?
it's traditionally a holiday. But we never have it actually on the Queen's birthday.
No. That's what I mean. What's the point? Like, when did it start? From
Well,
when she became queen?
I imagine it was tradition from 1952 onwards after the coronation.
After she was crowned.
Yes. It's quite a long story in the seat that she was crowned on. There were stones underneath
Yes.
it, and thieves tried to steal them. Broke them, but they got them back. They were in
Because-
Scotland or something.
They were stones from
Oh, well,
some
originally came from
sacred
Scotland.
place or something.
Gracias. Como está, Phuket? When my grandfather told me what I'm going to tell you next, it would blow your mind. In the UK, because he was born in 1895, very much tradition. There were all these days that people had festivals. Now, there are 365 days in the year, and the festivals meant you didn't work. You celebrated. And there were 210 days of festivals, you name it. St. George Day, whatever, just celebrating victories, mainly in battles, etc. But yeah, he said it was great. You sort of work 3 days a week and then have a couple of days off because you're celebrating some bloke you never knew, he said. And today, people get 2 weeks off a year in the United States, work 65 hours a week, and can just eat 2-minute noodles. Hello, Buttercup. Whoa. Oh, whoa, oh. Oh. Strange, it's true. I mean, I couldn't believe it when he told me. He said, yeah. They used to have that many festival days. Some were local festivals, some were regional festivals, some were national festivals. Arrivederci.
See you, Phuket. It was good to see you again. Go back to lurking.
Where have all the Phukets gone? Long time passing. Where have all the Phukets gone? Long time ago. VMAX on the chocolate again. Butter's done her back in. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. But it is a balmy 12 degrees here. The wind is very cold.
It's freezing. Actually, it's not as cold as it was a couple of hours ago.
You want a spring roll? No worries. Meet you in the hay shed in 20 minutes. 209 here, damn hot. Well, if you are where I think you are, it should be hot this time of year. 8 here, but going up to 18. Oh!
Wow, that's
Oof.
different.
You're best sweating. 18 degrees. That's jumper weather.
83 pairs of socks weather.
Yeah, it's not get out of the house weather. It's the first time the missus used the reverse cycle in the lounge. I didn't hear her. I went down. What did I do? Went down there and did something. Turned the water sprinkler off, that's right. I come back and I walked into the house. And, geez, it was hot. But it was only set on 22 degrees. At night time, if it's cold, we only set our reverse cycle heater on 20 degrees. Any hotter than that, I couldn't sleep.
Yes. 83 pairs of socks, 2 pyjamas,
Off the Gulf Stream.
a quilt, blanket, gloves.
I'm
beanie.
good as long as my back and chest are covered. Like I could wear just shorts. It's I don't know why, but some people would freeze. I've got these cute little gloves that we've had for years. See them? Sort of fingerless gloves, but they're really good on the back of the hands and etc. You are listening back, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're listening back to the song.
So when he
True
said
colours
when he said enjoy, he wasn't
shining
going.
through.
You got to get up
I
to
see
speed,
your
Phuket.
true colours. That's why I love you. Let's sing another song for Phuket. I've been having dreams. Crashing in the summer stream. No, that was an ad. You there, Phuket? Here's another one for you, lad.
He'll get it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, he'll come back and listen to this tomorrow.
I don't think he actually was going.
There was a song to play. Please the Lord, don't you let get for years of day. I don't think he's even here, is he? But goes like this,
Yeah.
far from fifth, not a thought and a major left. But the kingdom goes and hallelujah. Join in, everybody. Hallelujah. 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 Yeah.
Light the candles.
Your faith was strong, but you made it proof. Saw her building on the beauty and the moonlight of the sea. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from the lips she gave hallelujah. Join in, people. Hallelujah. 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 Hello, Danny. This next part of the song is for you. the God above. But all I ever know from love is how to shoot somebody who outgrew. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone singing life. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Join in, people. Want to see you waving them candles back and forth. Not sure where the next going. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with coffee or combination of coffee and chocolate. Yeah, I suppose that song's been flogged to death for years now. But still, that's what you get. People like it and they copy it. I don't know who hasn't done a cover of it, but I think just about everyone.
It's just one of those songs.
If I could only find a piss joke, I could do them an Elvis song.
Oh.
Yeah, we sleep on occasions.
Well, I don't.
Build houses.
I don't so much do the cooking cricket.
Welcome back, VMAC. I think I have a song for you, VMAC.
Better.
I haven't found a piss joke, but I'm going to sing this for you anyway.
Better give the stars. Yeah, I got you there. Look above.
Uh-huh. Was that my VMAC? Thank you very much. Why me see? Got to do this. I just have to do this. Only ruffian, but I can't help falling in love with you. Need a bigger joke. Shall I stay? No, this might work better. Would it be a sin
Just don't spray it.
if I can? What do you mean? What's wrong with my outfit? I could be a rapper. With you, like a river flows.
The wind has gotten to him,
This
girls.
is ridiculous using a flow spray container. Darling, so it goes.
Wait till I join in.
Some things are meant to be. Take my hand. Give me $5, 10, 20, 15, 20. Take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. Enough of that nonsense. Now, this attire, in my country, this is what we have to wear. The snow and the wind and the ice. It blows all the time. You people live in Canada, really warm Canada. Come to Siberia, okay? The polar bear has ice butt plugs. It is so cold. Now back to normal transmission.
Quality content. You take this.
You gotta be able to wear this stuff, my chichi. It's not like, anyone can just put this shit on.
Yeah, you've got to wear
It's
it
got to
well.
hang on you. It's got to fit you like a glove. Sounds like one of them sort of old Latin dances. Dun, 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 dun. Mon chichi.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Going to Mon chichi.
He has got a
Dun,
beanie
dun,
you could put on.
I just reckon this is appropriate. It's freezing cold, and I'm warm, and it works. Is it a fashion statement? Probably, in some countries. I'd be treated like a god. Or an oddity and hung from the nearest tree. Hope's all well with you, Monchichi. Update on my state, Western Australia. No virus cases at all. We're all back to work, all back to school. Not all back to normal, but they're getting there. But we did take it seriously, so not many people got sick. Not saying it's over, by the way. This little bugger of a virus can come back any time it chooses to. That's probably true there, mate. What is normal anyway? Wet is good. We had wet today. A lot of wet. Had a big storm. But we didn't get any damage, but my state did. There's loads of damage. This house is missing.
I'm excited. I remembered I had my ears. I haven't worn them in 12 months.
Ears.
Yeah, the ones I wore all over Europe last year.
Are me hearties. VMAC, up you go. What do you mean, up where? Mainsail. I want you up to the top of that mainsail and pull the mainsail down because of the storm. I know you're wearing a black mini skirt, but the boys aren't interested in that. Up you go. Boys, get back to work. Scrub the deck. What? Okay, a couple of minutes.
It's all right. He lost the plot when we had no power for 12 hours and we had that wind.
You gotta love the head, don't you? Little bauble on top. Look like a very hairy garden gnome. Where you gonna stick me in your garden, Buttercup? With the turnips? What's a turnip?
With the hedgehog. Yeah, what's
That's
a
a cross
turnip?
between a tulip and a parsnip. Thanks for asking. So I've got some nice woolly. This is my Climb Everest hat, and it works really well.
Pull the front down.
I kind of see you. What's took's up for winter? It is winter. It's so cold here. The icicles on my push bike won't let the wheels turn around. Yeah, that's cold. There are mice running across the pavers wearing little mice Ugg boots because they're cold too. And cats are too damn cold to chase them. That's cold winter in Australia. Sometimes it gets down to 10 degrees. I know that's hard to believe, but it does. Now back to normal transmission. Yeah, right, you reckon I look weird? Now, I'm going to tell you something, people. Listen carefully. This is not a prop. She wore these throughout Europe.
I did.
And people would stop in the street and say, Mom, what's that person doing? But she was warm. And that means that's an appropriate clothing item. Yes, it looks like she just got out of an asylum, but still it's warm. Nothing worse than a sciatic nerve. Chased by bullies.
I don't care. If I'm cold, I'll wear them. I have to look for new ones this year, actually. See what's in fashion this year.
Just dye them purple.
Oh, I could too.
One thing about pain, and it all visits us, none of us are immune. Pain lets you know you are alive. And people might say, but I don't want pain. And I would think, fair enough. You don't want to feel alive? Don't then. Take some of these chemicals that make your liver twitch and your eyes go a bit dim and your hearing fail. But no, as long as you're out of pain, that's the main thing. What, you can't hear me? I'll write it down. Oh, you can't read because you're blind. I'm taking all these chemicals. Pain. It's a part of life. You've got to have the badness
with the goodness
to appreciate the goodness. I must admit, the most pain I ever had was only, it was relatively recent, I suppose, about 4 years ago, when I woke up during the staples going in my chest in surgery and not being able to say anything. You want to talk about pain? You can't handle the truth. That was painful. That was extraordinarily painful. But I don't want to do that again. And it was funny because I actually heard the surgeon. He was a little Sri Lankan bloke, so not very big. And I got a fairly big chest. I could hear him grunting as he was leaning into my chest. Ka-dump, ka-dump, ka-dump. There are many ways that you can look at pain. It's only telling you that you have a problem. By taking a painkiller, you remove the immediacy of the pain, but you do not attend to the problem. I would agree with you, Monchichi. When I was a boy, doctors used to pop in and just say hello. On their way home, yes, how's the young fella going? Good, yeah, good. Yeah, he'd be on his way. Just 2 seconds. Doctors used to be part of the community. Doctors now, I believe, most of them are body mechanics. Some don't even know how to do general practice. They're only ear, nose and throat specialists, or liver specialists, or eye optimists, just specialists. You know, doctors used to do everything. But not now. Just like your car.
Stop.
Remember when you could take your car to a mechanic and he'd say, right, I'll fix the tyres, do wheel alignment, balance it, and I'll do a tune-up, and I'll change your... Now you can't do that. You go to a place and they say, well, we only do tyres, or we only do alignment on the vehicle, or we only do brakes.
Because they're all electronic now. They're specialised mechanics.
Well, there's nothing specialised in being just a singular operator of a certain subject. It is not good. Mice have app. Not sure what that is. Is that mice apnea? Or do they have like a special app that people can check on them? You should never draw blood biting on your tongue. You should just learn to direct the conversation down a different path. Patented flexi spine. I got you. You have lots of issues to do with pain in different nerve areas. Oh, good. I have something similar. But I don't complain. I don't mention my ailments and what works and what doesn't work and things like that. And my wooden leg just above my knee. Usually takes people a while to say, how come you got a wooden leg just above the knee? I think you're right, Monchichi. I think what is lacking is that the human body is not individualistic. One problem can cause others. So let's say you've got a liver problem, okay? Then you've got a nerve damage. So you can't see the same doctor. They're all specialists. Well, thing about having a disagreement with somebody, generally if it's entrenched on both sides, there is no common ground. The best outcome is to agree to disagree, which is really works well, which means you change the subject. Because it doesn't matter, you could pick a staunch Republican, grab him and sit him down, ask him 20 questions. He would answer, and 15 of them would be indicating that he's a liberal, not a conservative. But he's blue in the face with anger because he said, no, I am a Republican through and through. Yes. Well, that's not how the world's made up. We all have different views on different subjects based on what we believe and our values. So you paint yourself into a corner by saying you are definitely staunch this, when in fact we are far more flexible with our thoughts.
But sometimes if they've got no common sense, well then it's just pointless.
Well, sometimes people just talk shit. I could make that sound a little bit better, but it's just easier to come out and spit it out. Some people just talk shit. As you get older, you hear younger people talking. You know they're talking nonsense. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're making up as they go along. But you realise that if you say something in front of other people, they will look very foolish. So what do? Do you say something then and there? And other people go, oh, you're a bloody dick for saying that. And people, admonish him. And you think, well, no. Maybe a quiet word in his ear later might be the best thing to do. Because people forget conversations. Why have confrontation when you can have conciliation? Ew.
Ew.
Google it.
Ew.
Oh, I'm sure, VMAC, it's a forever circle. As you get older, you think, do I sound like that old bloke I heard 40 years ago? Yeah. But it's a case of life, isn't it? It's the lessons of life and all the mistakes we've made. You meet someone, of course my wife's perfect, she's never made a mistake or done anything wrong.
Oh, shut up.
Sorry, I'm choking up here. There are lots of old sayings which are very commonsensical, like don't get mad.
Get even.
Yeah, get even. That's real warm, that beanie.
Oh, we'll put your thing back on then.
That's right, I'll just wear my hat. I got my Texas hat on, talk a little bit funny when I wear it. Ding! So I'm just using a spittoon. Lots of things are out of balance at the moment, and we would all agree to that. I can't imagine in some countries having to go back to work, and yet around you this damn thing is getting worse. That's crazy.
Yep, VMAC. That's a good one.
And some things people do you don't forgive or forget. People said, oh, you can forgive but don't forget.
Or vice versa.
But you've got to make your own mind up. One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. That's an old saying. It's very true. Depends which side of the fence, whether you're the oppressor or oppressed. And there is no straight lines or clarity in, conflict, because both sides agree they're right. I mean, the Middle East is the classic in regards to would that ever be fixed? No. It's theologically impossible to fix something that's broken beyond repair. I met a doctor who was holistic, which is a rare combination. He never used to give medicine out, which I thought was great. He would give alternatives to address the problem.
See you, VMAC.
Goodbye, VMAC, my old chocolate friend. Customer drinking from one's enemy's skull. Oh, that sounds very Vikinish. More Chi. Ramen speed. Woof, woof, woof. Yes, Monchichi would be on the bow of the big Viking boat saying, "Men, we're going to rape all the men and kill all the women." And the boys say, "No, hang on a second, mate," moaning amongst the men. And he turns around and says, "Well, you do as you please." It's an old joke.
I know.
It's an old Viking joke.
See, Phuket's way behind.
He's singing Elvis now.
Yeah.
I can't help eating chocolate again.
Maybe Phuket should refresh.
No, I think his delivery's just going back. So, is there gardening occurring today, Buttercup? Yes, I'm pretty sure you were getting some weather coming in close to you today, Danny. I did have a quick squizzy. By the way, great video you did. Way too short, but a great video. That's the sort of thing I've done in the past as a meditation video, but you've got to go at least 5, 10, 20 minutes. I've got meditation videos that got thousands of hits on it because people just listen to it every night. I've had emails saying to that effect. Like, we listen to certain things each night. Repotting. Well, remember to get a stool to sit your bum on so you're not stooping, putting pressure on your coccyx area. Hey, look, a quick look at the garden. Everything survived, but the broccoli a little bit leaning to one side. But at least they're there. And I don't try and push the soil back up. The plant will fix itself.
Oh, we had pretty strong winds.
Yeah, it was close to over 100 for sure. It's great music. It is really fantastic. It's really earthy, Monchichi. It either makes you rise in spirit or relax. Like Celtic music. I like Celtic music as well. My Corona. It's an old song from the 80s. Phuket must be 104. See if he gets this song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
I'll answer you in about 7 minutes.
Rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. It's funny about, rooms. I don't go to these type of rooms anymore, but those sort of drama rooms, creating drama type rooms. I'm very much a listener and a watcher, and I can work out pretty much straight away most of those rooms that most of you have visited. Probably out of 150 to 200 people, only 10 people are talking. Don't want to be involved in the drama, literally, one way or another. But there's obviously 200 odd people just watching. Now, you would wonder why that would be the case. Well, they're not committed to anything if they don't text anything in. They can listen and make their own minds up. But the truth is, most people just want to be part of something. Drama rooms probably aren't the best thing to be a part of, but still part. And they would probably visit these rooms regularly. Like the man in the can, probably hundreds of people that do not ever put a word in text because they're just there for the sideshow. Like, remember, Buttercup, do you remember Sideshow Alley when we were kids? I remember going down Sideshow Alley, and I kid you not, every fair that came around, they'd have a bearded lady. I'm not kidding. Bearded lady, a really tall guy, a really short dwarf, and then they have, you know, someone with 6 fingers or something. There'd be about 8 or 9 of these people, and you go through a tent, you pay, you know, a couple of pennies, you go in, and they would just talk and say hello, and they'd always stand the dwarf next to the really tall guy. The bearded lady always wears like a swimsuit and have a big beard. But that's what Boyd's like. That's why I'm saying all that. There's not much different than why people go to rooms on the bottom of YouTube. It's Sideshow Alley. It's a cheap night out, if you like. But that would be the truth of it. The sad ones are the ones that are deluded in thinking they are something they're not. And they're like a dancing monkey. The organ grinders throw a few peanuts and the monkey dances. And the monkey goes to bed hungry, lonely, miserable. The next day, the organ grinders are there, throwing a few more peanuts. No, I just find it a waste of time, futility. Because it's the same shit on a different day, let's be honest. I mean, I don't visit the fat man in the van, but let me guess it. He would be abusing people. He would be asking for money all the time. He'd be telling you how good he can cook, how he can sing, is the best looking morbidly obese man in the world. Am I missing anything? Who conned the name Boyd? I don't know. I think it was Vlogger years ago.
It was Vlogger Puppets that did it.
Never a truer word said. Phuket, ego is not our friend. That is true. It's like everyone gets 15 minutes to shine. It's true. During your life, you will shine. And I like to say to people, well, maybe you're not shining anymore, but you're not faded. Remember, you shone brightly. You get to keep that.
He's a stud. God,
Well,
you're kidding.
I'm not sure. Unless he's part of the hippopotamus family. And they're all male hippos. But there's loads of channels like that. They're deluded. I remember watching a video from a lady, well, I'll use that term loosely, called Truthfully Trisha. And she is self-imposed a prison sentence on herself to be dramatic, to get the views, to have people hate her. And then the odd fool gives her money, I guess. I don't know, but she is like many others. They are very lonely people. I'm Dr. Phil. I want you, Danny G, to live your life as a normal female. Oh, you are? Okay. I suppose, remember the years ago, and I used to watch it every now and then, Jerry Springer show. It's like that. And they've gotten onto it, how, you know, if they scream and shout as a monkey, peanuts are thrown. But it's a, you know, very bottom existence. If this was a successful platform, none of them would still be on YouTube. They'd be retired wealthy. So it's just a case of being a dancing monkey, accepting your fate in life, that you're only going to get thrown every now and then a handful of peanuts. But some of them are so deluded, they think in every handful of peanut there could be a gold nugget. So I'll keep dancing. Definitely Groundhog Day on most of those channels. Literally the same shit, different day. Nothing changes, just a new drama, a new angle. Yeah, it's probably a great yardstick for you, Danny, to realise that, oh, so this is what this is all about. And then you realise, looking a little bit with clearer eyes elsewhere, oh, there's quite a lot of them. But you can't tell anyone. It's like when these e-beggars get money. And they con people, let's be honest. And these people give and then they get shit on. Then they learn. That's the best lesson. Yes, they're giving money to an e-beggar, but it's a lesson well learnt. Because it's like, oh, so you're stabbing me in the back because I helped you. Now they're not helping you anymore. I'm evil? Right. Like I say, for me, it's very. I pity those type of people because they're stuck. They're caught in a trap. They can't get out. They're gonna be forever in Voidland.
Buffering. Stopped.
Technical officer said it was buffering there for a moment. Probably my singing. I apologise for that. Just taking my gloves off. Don't get excited. It's funny how it's warmed up a little bit. It's the weather. This live stream is 10 minutes in past.
Phuket, refresh. You've clicked on the live stream and you're watching from 10 minutes ago.
No, well, he's typing in real time, so he's here now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Oh, yeah.
Danny, there is something in life that you know, even at your very young age, all right? Because you're just a puppy, is that cream always rises to the top. Takes you a while to find it, but then when you found it, you know. Yeah, I think a lot of shows like Jerry Springer didn't help the cause of educating people, because as the years went by, and I did go back every now and then, there seemed to be more, even deeper uneducated people on the show, whether they looked harder as producers to find the worst.
And come on.
Hello, Lurker. JP's back. When he talks, he's full of information. What's Phuket saying? Anyone talk jive? Jive talking. Hope you're doing well, JP.
Yep, Lurkers Edition.
Yeah, and years to go by, the girls will say, you remember that JP guy who used to come in? Yeah, well, he was the poster boy back then. Wasn't he, just the ants' pants? Did we see him? What happened to JP? Oh, that's right, he got arrested in Colombia trying to import meerkat into Australia. The meerkat were full of diamonds. It's a long story, still. Just remember when he was the ants' pants.
Yes, we survived the weather, JP.
It was nasty, mate. You old blood, you old infected. Not sure what that meant.
Jive talking.
All I did, because it was pretty rough, lots of damage. We lost power for half a day. Huge tower came down somewhere around our area. Trees everywhere. You couldn't drive anyway.
Yeah, couldn't go out.
Well,
Seeds just did video off
I
the
just
patio.
gave a sort of chronological showing a few of the synoptic charts and just having a quick chat. But some beaches don't exist anymore because they've been washed away. 9 metre swell,
Yeah.
which is about 33 feet just on the swell, then add the waves on top of that.
And yes, of course, there were some people who decided to go surfing.
Of course. Tomorrow will be the biggest waves. What happens with the storm is that the waves build up, but after the big storm passes, it's actually at its highest for the swell. So tomorrow there are big warnings.
Yeah, well, they were warned not to go, but people did. I mean, the rescuers, the SES, had enough to do than to worry about some surfer who wanted to catch that big wave, and then somebody's got to go out and save them.
I don't know, Monchichi. I'll send investigators out now. Call Homeland Security. One moment. Yes, Monchichi says there's 5, then there's 6. I want you to... That's right.
No, I'm
Phone
not
in now.
number 6. I'm included in the... I'm in with 5. So there's one lurker, Monchichi.
But he might not be able to talk. He, who we do not mention.
You're having problems with your phone. Yeah, the autocorrect Phuket, I have the same problem.
Well, it's as still as you can imagine right now, but it won't stay like that. Still got a lot of this cold front with cold pockets of air. They're threatening hail. Mangla Road. Sawadika. Well, I should say Sawadika. I did pronounce that wrong, of course.
Yeah, auto incorrect, yeah. Actually, can't think the last time Phuket actually was in the room. It's probably why no one knows them.
Who?
Phuket.
No, I think everyone knows who Mika is from the UK.
No, I don't think they do.
Well, this is Phuket. There you go. It says from Manchester. He's from the UK, but has been to Thailand.
So what's the saying? Don't judge a book by its cover.
But I don't think he's a man. See,
name.
Phuket, my mum and her 6 sisters and 7 brothers used to live on Princess Road in Manchester. But they were all Manx. Now, you can be from Manchester, but there's a difference from being from Manchester and being a Manx.
See you, Danny.
I'm from Birmingham.
Oh, I'm in Birmingham.
No, he's not.
That's Jono said that.
He's not in Birmingham.
Yeah, I know.
Was he a Geordie? Yes. Autocorrect. Wonderful apparatus. Is Fanny going?
Yes.
Goodbye, Fanny. I did not know you were leaving. I shall place a rose where you once text, and I shall leave it there till you return. One day you shall return. I definitely know you're not in Birmingham, Alabama. There's no way you're getting out of Australia unless you've got a really powerful set of arms and a canoe. It ain't happening. Have to get to Phuket one day, mate. It's good fun. Lovely people. Even the girls are good blokes. Well, that's probably an appropriate slip of the tongue there. Oh, JP's been everywhere. Around the world, you know, there are signs on the walls as you go past some of the famous alleys and, you know, ways and centre parks and towns. Well, there are pictures of Che Guevara on the wall. Next to them, always, probably above Che, would be a picture poster of JP. There's no name written on it, but all the women in these countries know him. He's famous. He can't go back to most of them because he'll be arrested. But yeah, Che Guevara has a certain following, but JP, all around the globe, they know of him. Men want to be him and women want to be him as well.
Bad time, yes.
Yes, it's soon toodle off time.
10 o'clock.
He does sign photographs for a nominal fee, but he will engrave on a woman's breast JP
Was here.
for $10,000.
And that's with a permanent marker.
Yeah, it's not like with a needle or anything like that. No, he doesn't like sharp objects. Ringo Starr made a great comment many years ago. He said, being famous is just like being a normal person with an ego.
Yeah.
And he says, I soon got over it. Famous people are just like you and I. There are no differences. Are you going with the Kung Flu?
Yeah. You probably can't see ours, Butty.
Yeah, we've got a donate button on this page somewhere, but it's in nano form. You have to type the screen, touch it
Anyway,
any way you can to find it, but it won't come up unless you find the right spot.
What's this 99 cents? We're $29.99 and $9.99 postage and handling.
Is that Vietnam Dong? Funny place, Vietnam. You've got to have like a fistful of money to buy a coffee. It's only 20 cents. But in Western Australia, I have to tell you, it's just about back to normal. Museums are open, theatres are open, restaurants can have 50.
Well, we've got hardly any museums.
Oh, there's about 7 or 8.
Yeah, but a few of them, because I've got a list because I want to go to them, are all doing renovations.
Well, like I say, it's as normal as it can be.
Well, we can lend you 99 cents, JP.
If you want to join the dark side, go ahead. As Yoda sticks his middle finger up to the Jedi. Jedi JP.
Much since I said something number 6 left. Oh, well, maybe that was Danny. Oh, well, it's time for me to go play Yahtzee.
I think it's time to toodaloo. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Tooraloo-ra. Tonight's guests were Mystic Angel and the two-finger dancing. Yes, you have to watch the early part of the video to see what that's all about. And from the Hairy Sasquatch, it's good night. Be kind, be safe, have as much fun as you can, as long as it's not more than I would have. It'd be rather unfair, mean of you. But anyway, go forth and multiply. No, hang on, that's the wrong ending. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Good night.